accidentally talked out loud to yourself and people looked at you funny? It's okay. We all have. It's normal. It is actually a part of interpersonal communication, which is technically just self-talk that can be in the form of internally or externally. It is how we understand and deal with the life around us. I believe that this information could potentially help you get better of an understanding of what interpersonal communication is and why you and everybody around you practices it on a daily basis. What exactly is interpersonal communication, though? According to the University of the People, they said that interpersonal communication is communication that occurs within one's own mind. What does that technically mean? It means that everything that happens within your mind, thoughts, worries, anxieties, prayers, everything that happens within there is a part of intrapersonal communication. And now Dr. Samuel Rosillo defined it as a process involving the activity of the individual biological organism's capacity to coordinate and organize complex actions of an intentional nature. What in the world does that imply? It means that interpersonal communication is a process that happens within your brain to organize and understand ideas and concepts that happen within your environment and outside of your environment, inside of you and outside of you. Everybody has an interpersonal communication that they participate in daily to understand life and themselves and the people around them. Seems like a pretty important aspect to human nature if you ask me. Now, you're probably thinking, if it is a basic human trait, why should I care? Well, we care because we practice interpersonal communication on a daily basis. And if we weren't practicing that interpersonal communication, we would not be able to deal with the problems that happen inside of us and around us. It is how we can break down those problems, maybe not even problems, just habits, that we can break those down and understand them better and understand why that happens to us and happens to the people around us. It is also how we form our self-concept. Now, what is a self-concept? It is the understanding and belief of who you are and who others are. It is how you break down them to tiny little minuscule details and put all of those together to make an idea of who they are and what their personality is, and then who you are and what your personality is, your beliefs, your interests, everything that makes who you are. Now, a self-concept and interpersonal communication work together again to develop who you are. And without an interpersonal communication happening, you cannot form a self-concept or even grow in that self-concept. Because when we are born, we have a self-concept, but we can't grow it and develop it without interpersonal communication. And that also is a form of self-reflection. Self-reflection is technically just interpersonal communication, but only revolving around who you are and what happened in your day or even in your life. And that self-reflection then forms your self-concept. Now, Larry Barker and Gordon Wiseman, who coined the term interpersonal communication and brought a lot of the understanding of it to light to us today, they said it is the creating, functioning, and evaluating of symbolic process which operate primarily within one's self. So this just means that interpersonal communication can be a reflection upon your matters in life and matters within us. And also our actions that we have taken in that day, we talk about it to ourselves the entire time while we are doing it without even acknowledging it. We are constantly practicing interpersonal communication. So that would just mean that interpersonal communication is technically an evaluation of who you are and who others are and what life is, how you fit in to life and how others fit in to life. So now, reiterating our thoughts today, we learn what interpersonal communication is, what self-concept is, and how those work together to form who we are as a person in life. And we might have even learned what self-reflection is, which is just an offspring of interpersonal communication and self-concept working together. So now y'all know all about that and why we practice interpersonal communication every single day and why everyone around us practices it as well. So next time that you are having a conversation with yourself, whether it be internally or externally, remember that you are practicing interpersonal communication and also developing more of your self-concept, and that is absolutely amazing. Thank you.